My name is Matthew Brown, and today for my informative speech, I'll be talking about the five branches of the military. All throughout history, there have been different militias and militaries for every country and/or group since throughout the whole world, including back to BC. The five branches for the United States military are the United States Army, the United States Navy, the United States Air Force, the United States Coast Guard, and the United States Marine Corps. Information today will include the specific begin date for those five branches, the main mission of those five branches, and the amount of personnel in them. The oldest branch of the United States today is the United States Army. The United States Army dates back to June 14th, 1775, when the Continental Congress approved a uniform militia. The United States Air Force has been called the Air Force since 1947. They were originally part of the United States Army through the Air Wing. They were the United States Army Air Force Expedition. The United States Navy began in the 1775. The United States Marine Corps dates back to November 10th, 1775. Now, the United States Coast Guard, they started off as the Revenue Cutter Service in 1790, but in 1915, they were formally changed to the United States Coast Guard under the Department of Transportation. The other four services were classified under the Department of Homeland Defense, but now, since 1947, the United States Coast Guard is under the Department of Defense. The main mission of the United States Army is ground defense. The tanks, artillery, infantry, attack helicopters, that's their main mission. Now, they still have a little bit of an air wing when it comes to the helicopters, but they're more of the ground force level military. The United States Navy, their main mission is when the government says they need the water, that's the United States Navy's job. They go out and clear the water, and they're the main force when it comes to water, compared to like another branch. The United States Air Force, they conduct all of their missions with air and space. So the amount of aircraft, research, anything involving space, that's back on the Air Force. The Air Force's main thing, especially like in today's time in war, is conducting the airstrikes and things of that sort. The Navy, or backtracking to the Navy, they also have their own aircraft source, and they also have what they call they're the aircraft carriers, the big aircraft carriers that carry jets and things of that sort, where they can land in and out pretty much in the ocean. The United States Marine Corps, their main mission is amphibious warfare, but they're similar to the Army when it comes to their ground fighting. They also have tanks, armor, artillery, helicopters. They also have their own aircraft, including jets and pilots and stuff like that. The United States Coast Guard in peacetime has a law enforcement. They have boat safety and regulations, sea rescue, and they also focus on immigration as well. With those four main ones, that's a peacetime thing. That's also what they're doing now during wartime. So they patrol in their boats stateside, usually around the coast of the United States, and they're getting on boats and making sure people are following water regulations. Now, the number of people in the branch of service all vary. The United States Army is the largest branch, with the Marine Corps used to be the smallest, but now it is the Coast Guard, since they're now part of the Department of Defense. The United States Army has 76,000 officers and over 401,000 enlisted members. Like I said before, that they are the largest branch, and by far. The United States Air Force has 69,000 officers and over 288,000 enlisted members. The United States Navy has 54,000 officers with 324,000 enlisted members. The United States Marine Corps has 18,000 officers with over 153,000 enlisted members. The United States Coast Guard has 7,000 officers and 29,000 enlisted members. So there are many members of the military, but when even compared to civilian world, they are a very small sector. The five military branches, all of their jobs and purposes are all very important to conducting security and safety for the United States. As a citizen, it's important to remember like what the military does for us, so we're not taking it for granted what they do. They're very brave men and women that are doing all the jobs and occupations the military offers. They have the firemen, cooks, policemen. They have all types of different jobs, and they're all out there protecting us, as well as the more combat supported roles, like the infantry, tanks, artillery, the ones out on the forefront, keeping us safe. Thank you.